Coming in, Chinch, on the front page Friday, grinding, brother.
This is how we grind. This is how much Sean Casey cares about you, the fans. Because what is going on? You have an apparatus. I see an apparatus around your neck, and on the other side, I see a contraption. So what apparatus and what contraption are we looking at here?
Dude, well, first I can't get my earpiece in. Second, I've just had major shoulder surgery. I got a nerve block. I still got the nerve block in. And I got, I'm grinding right here. See that right there? I went in thinking I was going to get I had a full rotator cuff. I had a right rotator cuff in 2002 and what to repair back then. 20 years later, it's kind of the same thing. But this time I got totally torn rotator cuff. I got Dr. Kremchek did it in Cincinnati, who I trust, good friend of mine. I think he's one of the best doctors in the world. But he went in there, shaved the labrum, had a blown out bicep. I just a lot of things I didn't think I had, but I do. And then at the end, dude, they put this balloon in from this. They stick this balloon in your rotator cuff. It goes over your rotator cuff, and then it dissolves after 10 months. But it gives you more space and mobility. So I don't know, but it doesn't feel like my shoulder feels good. But, yeah, my shoulder feels like absolute dog right now, bro. Do you
think? I remember you telling me you learned how to throw to second base by throwing sidearm more. Do you think do you think it might have had something to do with it, or just being a baseball?
This is my non-throw shoulder, bro. It's my other one. Yeah.
Holy cow! Well, what's funny? That's why they say women's softball players, or men's softball players either, but the fast pitch ones. Yeah. This is a natural motion going like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
What we do as baseball players. This is the single worst thing you can do to your shoulder. And, swinging a bat, you're always doing all this shit in the box, too. That must have grinded.
I think dude, if you're a kid out there, do not do overhead military press. That's what I did in 2002. Total idiot. I was doing the meathead workout after the season. I was getting jacked, and I did overhead military press, and I was like, that doesn't feel right.
Oh, my God. All right, well, I found one thing that'll hopefully get you feeling a little better about yourself. I saw this last night, and I'm like, oh, this could cheer Casey up.
Oh, good. Tell me.
So there's this guy, Danny Vieta. He has a Wake and Rake podcast. He does some CBS Sports MLB stuff. And I actually reach out to him. I'm like, hey, can I ask this question on our show? Because it's pretty cool. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So he wrote this in Twitter for everybody to hear. Name a player that may not be a Hall of Famer but deserves a statue outside their home stadium. I'll start. Tim Lincecum. Now, the reason I bring this up to you, multiple Reds fans say they want a Sean Casey statue for the Reds. How do you feel about that?
Wow. Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, I'm honored that. Is that true?
In fact, yeah. I'm not going to scroll through there hundreds of answers. It's a great question. Fun question, right?
That's really, really cool, man. Yeah. That's really cool. I mean, that's the ultimate, obviously, when you go by Cincinnati, Johnny Bench has got one, I believe. Pete Rose has got one. Joe Morgan, legends. I think Tony Perez. But yeah, to have a statue. Jim Thomey's got a statue there in Cleveland.
I was trying to think of some. Yeah, there were some.
Mazeroski's got one here. Clemente, Willie Stargell. Yeah. There's some. Hey man, if you got a statue outside, that's something that's pretty amazing. Yeah. So Lemieux's got a statue. So yeah, that'd be really cool, man. Yeah. I don't think I deserve a statue in Cincinnati, but I'm very, very, dude, I was just in Cincinnati getting my shoulder surgery. So grateful. Dude, I just love it, man. Skyline Chili. I went to Montgomery Inn Ribs, crushed them. Just seeing all the people, they love the Reds. They love the Bengals. They love sports. They're good people. They're good Midwest people. And, my kind of blue collar people, bro.
Yeah, that's why they want to give you a statue, because you're the blue collar guy. There are a couple other really good answers. A couple Toronto fans, more than one, said they wanted the Batista bat flip.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
That was a good one. The other one I found very interesting, a lot of Cubs fans saying Sammy Sosa deserves a statue for the Cubs, which is something pretty cool. Their hometown. I mean, he's locked out. Say whatever you want.
That whole thing's interesting. Was Sosa at the end? Bottom line is Bonds, Clemens, those guys. To me, I played in that era. They're Hall of Famers. And I guess then the question is Sosa one? Is it I don't know. You go through so many different things. So I mean, for what he did on the field, and if you put them in, probably Sosa's got to go in too, because I was fortunate enough to see that unbelievable show, Sosa McGuire show, 98, 99, 2000, pretty impressive.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want about those guys and what the steroids, not steroids, but I don't care. That was one of the greatest seasons of any sport I've ever watched in my life.
It was fun for everybody.
So now you've been drugged up a lot. You've been sitting in there. Yeah. I heard a couple stories how you were talking to the nurses and stuff. tell him what's what.
Dude, the craziest thing. Have you ever had surgery, Chinch?
Yeah, a couple times. Mostly knocked out though. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. When you're knocked out, they're like, all right, 3, 2, 1. And you're like, and next thing you know, it's like 4 hours later, you woke up, you get a sling, it's unbelievable how they can do what they do. And my girlfriend, Sarah, was videotaping my arm was in the air.
Oh, wow.
And dude, it looked like a quad because they put so much water in your arm, I guess.
So it
when they pull things
up?
out, they pull things out and like water comes flying out. At one point they had a hammer and a chisel and they were chiseling off bone spurs.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was nuts, dude. And I'm like, you're just sitting there, you have no idea what's going on, but that's why I got a nerve blocking right now.
Oh, there you go. All right, but so you got a lot of time on your phone and stuff, and we've been coming up with these lists. I got to give you full credit. This Friday show is just the engine is running on whatever Sean's driving because he's like, hey, I got a list for Friday, so I'm excited to see what a drugged up Sean Casey came up with.
Dude, I got a couple good. These are some fun kid facts, but you know what? We're all little kids at heart, so these are good stuff. All right, I got a couple of them. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited.
Did you know that there are nearly 2,000 thunderstorms on Earth every minute?
Every minute?
Every minute, bro.
I did not know that.
2,000 thunderstorms. That's pretty cool.
That is a good one.
A bolt of lightning is 5 times hotter than the sun. Did you know that?
I did not know that, but I could see that, and I'm always intrigued. I always love seeing the stories of somebody that's gotten struck by lightning twice. Because it actually has happened to like a handful of people every 5 years. That's
you
crazy.
You must attract it more after you get hit the first time.
Oh, actually, a family friend, he used to have some businesses where we would have to go on construction sites. He told us a story once. This just popped in my head. He was on a site and he had just taken his helmet off to leave the site. He was going over stuff with the construction guys, and he got struck by lightning. Okay, and what he was told, he didn't know this until somebody told him after, was he jumped up, doesn't remember any of this, jumped up, and then just went on a full sprint down the street. And he was flying. He was a lacrosse player in college.
Was he like flat? Did he turn into Flash?
Yeah, no. But this guy, I think he was like an All-American lacrosse player at Syracuse years before that. This guy was in his 50s at the time. But he said apparently he just jumped up and just sprinted, and all the construction guys had to chase after him because they thought they was going to run into traffic. And that's what happens when he got hit by lightning. Anyway, keep going. We can get more out of this. This is good.
Well, dude, I don't know if a hippopotamus gets hit by lightning and takes off running, but did you know a hippopotamus can run faster than a man? So
what?
If a hippo and your buddy got hit with if the hippo would have beat him if they started running down the street.
Oh my God! All right, that's a good one. Good news.
Okay. Gorillas burp when they're happy. Maybe I'm a gorilla.
I didn't know that. I love seeing when they become friends with like little kittens and cats and stuff, though.
Oh my God!
All right. What else?
Okay. All right. Let's see if we can find her.
Yeah. This is serious research we did.
Cows can walk upstairs, but they can't walk down. That's not that good.
I guess it's a momentum thing. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they can walk upstairs.
Here's a good one. This is one we could all use. Dogs can hear 10 times better than humans. That's my last fun fact. That's pretty impressive, right? Well, your dog, when I give my dog some turkey every once in a while, if I ruffle she could be in a coma on the couch for 5 hours. If I rustle that thing, like bam, she's up right next to me, like give me the turkey, give me the turkey, give me the turkey.
That's hysterical. My one dog, Macy, the big one, for like last fall, like I kept noticing, I'm like, why does she always get a little weird in the yard during the fall? I couldn't figure it out, and she would act weird. She'd be running and barking, and I'd be like, what is going on? I realized the local high school is like basically like 3-4 blocks past behind my backyard and my house, so it's like probably like 3/4 of a mile away.
Yeah.
And she was freaking out during football games on Friday nights and Saturdays because she could hear she could hear the whistle, but we couldn't hear the whistle. We can't hear it from our house, but the dogs can. So they freak out anytime there's a high school football game down the road. Anyway. All right, so that was good. You got productive story there from when you were
that's about all I could muster up, bro, for this week. When I'm like, hey, let me see what phone facts I can get. A hippo runs faster than a human. And if they get struck by lightning, they're even faster.
Yeah, but now, so I'm guessing you went like through a little kind of like thinking inside yourself, and I don't know, were you nervous? Because then you said you found something about bucket lists. I hope you weren't worried
dude.
about yourself.
Oh yeah, I was a little bit. I'm like, okay, what are some bucket list moments I can?
So you were like, if I get through this surgery, I got 5 or 6 things on my bucket list I gotta do.
Exactly.
All right,
dude. So I get 100. These are 100 funny bucket list ideas. So I don't know if they're bucket list ideas more than they're like, you might get arrested if you do this stuff more than anything. So this number 100 is text some random number saying I killed him and hid the body in your backyard.
that's a terrible one.
Oh my God, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
It reminded me of something because do you remember you ever heard of those spoof cards? I think you could still do it. Like I could take your number, right, Chinch, and I could call Harold Reynolds and it would come up Chinch. And Harold would answer, like, "Hey, what's up, Chinch?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Harold? How you doing, man? What are you doing?" And I'm like, if I could talk like you, like, he'd be like, "Oh, cool." And I'd be like, "Hey, meet me down at McDonald's at 6:00 for dinner, bro. It's on me." And then Harold would show up, and obviously you wouldn't be there. It's called the spoof card, bro. You can fake a number, right? So I was thinking about that, where you text random numbers saying you killed the guy, put him in your body. So, dude, listen to this. My one buddy, this guy's nuts, Dan Prunzik. Mm-hmm. He would use this spoof card and just get all of us. It was ridiculous. And we didn't know it was him until we obviously figured it out later.
Right.
But he texts my one buddy, Jay. And so Jay was out to dinner with his, new girlfriend, having a nice time. This is years back.
Yeah.
And Jay's having a good time and boom, phone rings and it's Jay's house number.
His own house number.
His own house number. So he's like, what the hell? He's like, who's calling me from my house? So he answers it real gingerly. He's like, hello? And in the background, all he hears is, get the TV, get the VCR, get the DVD, get all that stuff, get the radio, get the stereo system. He's like,
oh my God.
He's like, hello? What the hell? Hello? Who is this? So he hangs up the phone, Chinch, calls the cops. He's like, I'm being robbed.
Oh.
He's like, 1625 Johnson Lane. Meet me there. He was like 30 minutes away, bro. He leaves this girl. He's like, I got to go. He's like, I'll see you. Maybe we'll have a second date down the road. We'll see you later. Bam. He gets in his car. He takes off, bro. He meets the cops at his house. They walk in.
Nothing.
There's no TV gone. There's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing's happening. And the cops are like, hey, what's happening? He's like, I swear to God. He's like, I'm not lying to you, officer. He's like, someone called me from my home phone. I was stealing. And it turns out it was our buddy Dan.
That's a terrible story.
Spoofing. Yeah, it's scary, dude.
Don't do that, kids. Don't do that. Now, wait, did they stay friends? What was the postscript to this? Did they stay friends?
Dude. No, well, Dan's crazy, with that stuff. And so we're all like, dude, you got to watch out for Dan.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That reminds me of this story. So when I was in college, we had like a phone. It was like, I don't know, like a phone system. So your room and everybody had this on campus. And so like my code was like 324. And that was basically your phone number within in campus. But you could also call out of house lines. And for some reason, one day I was sitting around, obviously in college, probably not studying enough. And I was messing with the phone. And I realized how to 3-way calls and call out of house and not. So me and my friends, before we would go out, this is so stupid. I used to take 2 numbers and I would call one and I would call like a Chinese restaurant and they'd answer and they'd be like, hello, what do you want? And I go, hold on, there's something wrong. Hold on 1 second. And then I would call a pizza place and then I would connect the 2 numbers and I would just go, hello? And the Chinese food place would be like, yeah, what do you want? And the pizza place would be like, well, what do you mean? What do you want? And they're like, no, you called me. And they would fight every time. It was so stupid, but it was so funny. That's my Columbia University education, was trying to 3-way.
Oh my God.
Risk. Anyway,
oh my God.
So what else you got? There's other good stuff on this list, right?
Oh yeah, the other one I got here. This is an interesting one. Okay, hang on.
It's all right. We can edit.
Hang on. It's one of those things like you can't move it unless you click on the site that says.
Well, you're also texting with. You also got one arm here, so.
Oh yeah, here it is. Throw water balloons on strangers and hide. This must be my bucket list. They must have been like, hey, listen, this is Sean Casey's bucket list because he's done this. Dude, one time, hang on, cramp. One time, hang on.
Dude.
Okay. All right, we're good.
Oh my goodness.
one time, hang on, Chinch, I gotta cramp my back.
This is how hard he's grinding, ladies and gentlemen. This is
right,
what this guy
good.
brings to
We're
the
good.
table. It's like in the program. You ever see the program where he gets hit in practice and I think it's James Conn goes, "Hey, are you injured or are you hurt?" And he goes, "What's the difference?" He goes, "Well, if you're injured, you can't play. If you're hurt, you can play." And he's like, "I'm just hurt, coach." Casey's playing hurt right now.
I'm hurt.
Cramping up
right now.
mid segment, mid bit. God, keep going. All right. Where are we at here? Water balloons.
The other one was throw water balloons on strangers and hide.
Yeah.
So in college, like when we first got there, my freshman year, we obviously we were a bunch of the baseball team, a bunch of guys, probably 6 of us freshmen. We had, we didn't know what we were doing, but the fraternities used to let out, and they would let out. And they would cross this thing called X lot down the baseball field. Well, the baseball field was kind of up a little bit, so the bleachers were up high. And what we did was we would fill up these freaking water bags. I mean, big ones too, the big Ziploc ones. We filled up like 40 of them.
Oof.
And we were up there like 2 a.m. People were walking back like, hey, a couple too many pops are stumbling. They're like, hey, honey, what are you doing tonight? We're like, boom! We start dropping these like freaking humongous Ziploc water balloons on these people, but we're up high, so they can't get us. And we're just like giggling. Then a couple people finally started chasing us. We took off, got away, but we must have unleashed 40 to 50 of these huge Ziploc bags on these drunk God. People on the way out to the fraternities.
My uncle, one of my dad's best friend, Uncle Andy, he used to get me and my brother the most ridiculous gifts, and my mom would get so mad at him. One time he actually got me hang gliding lessons, and I was like 12 years old. My mom was like, Andy, what? You're not doing it. But he got, Did
you do it?
No, I did. Any gift he got me a rocket, like a rocket, and a rocket launcher thing, but and this was when I was like 8 or 9. And you had to fill it with gas, and it would shoot like 400 feet in the air. My mother gave that to charity. I never got to play with any of these amazing gifts he got, but he got one for my brother that he kept, and it was a water balloon slingshot. Have you ever seen these things?
Oh my God!
You kind of see on a field. On the field, they have something like this. In like 7th inning stretch when the party committee comes out, and they usually put they'll put towels or T-shirts in there and launch it off to the second deck.
Yeah.
Well, this thing was specifically built for water balloons. So my brother used to light up the neighborhood left and right. And then one day, one of the old guys from across the street realized it was shooting out the window of my brother's bedroom. And he came in and knocked on the door. We got in so much trouble, dude. And then we lost that. So Uncle Andy, I appreciate all your gifts. By the way, he got my brother a Vespa once. A Vespa, an Italian scooter. My brother was 12. He was 12.
Oh my God, dude.
He wasn't even street legal. Anyway.
Who's this, Uncle Andy?
Uncle Andy was the best. My dad.
I love this guy.
He's in the football and rugby Hall of Fame at Fordham University, and he's about 5'3.5". Guy was the biggest beast. He's like Danny DeVito, but a great athlete.
Just crushing people. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my water balloon story.
That's so great, dude. Everyone needs an Uncle Andy.
No, you really do. Yeah, that one guy that spoils you, that your parents.
Dude, I'll throw one more story in there. It's ridiculous, but back in talk about having nothing to do. 1990, a couple buddies of mine, we when the U.S. raided Kuwait. Operation Desert Storm.
Yeah, sure.
We thought it'd be a good idea to do Operation Desert St. Clair.
Oh my God.
So one of my buddies' dad had this big tube. He got some blueprints, in the garage. So for some reason it was like 4th of July time. So we had a bunch of bottle rockets. So we went out, bro, and I was on my knee, and they would light the bottle rocket in the back, and we would launch them off people's siding doors, boom, at 10 o'clock at night. And one night, bro, we I think it was a little too dry.
Yeah.
And we shot this one person's house, and we're running around the neighborhood thinking about the next house to get. I don't know if I should even say this. I don't think my parents know about this.
Go ahead, tell it. This is good. Joan's gonna be pissed.
I was 16 at the time. But dude, we all start hearing the fire engines. Dude, that fire trucks come. It turns out that I think we might have lit this one bush on fire.
Oh, Jesus.
It wasn't. I mean, obviously everything worked out good, but they put. But yeah, don't ever do that. Operate. Don't try and do an operation when you're 16-year-old idiots with bottle rockets and tubes.
Wait, hold on. So I have a different. This just brought something to my attention because of all these stupid stories telling. Now we're going to Uncle Vinny.
Uncle Vinny. Wait, you have an Uncle Andy, Uncle Vinny?
I have 2 Uncle Vinnies, and my middle name is Vinny. So,
oh my God, yeah. 2 Utes. The 2 Utes.
Yeah, nobody's robbing any of the houses in the Chinch family anytime soon. But so with all these gags and what your friends do, the most legendary story I've ever heard, and it's a true story. My Uncle Vinny, when he was Dayton Flyer, he played football at Dayton, right? Didn't one of your kids at Dayton?
My son Andrew goes there.
Yeah. So him and his boys, they were drinking one night and they went to the zoo. I think he was in San Diego. I forget wherever it was. That's not the story. The story is they went and they stole a gorilla.
What?
True.
From where?
From whatever zoo this was. They stole the gorilla. And I was like, what? They had a convertible car, and it was like him and like 4 of his buddies, and the gorilla was sitting in the middle, and they were just feeding him bananas. It's kidding. This is a God's honest, true story. Every time they live down in Florida, every time I see him, I'm like, Uncle Vinny, can you tell them?
This is one of the dumbest stories. Like it's scary. Like if you steal a gorilla,
I know.
How do you know the gorilla is not going to turn on you and eat you?
They didn't, but I guess they just kept feeding him, and all of a sudden, a cop pulled them over. And the gorilla was in the car, and this is like how times have changed. This is probably in the 70s or late 70s, I would guess. And the cop was like so impressed in a way. They didn't go to jail, nothing. Wait, maybe I shouldn't even tell this story. Hope nobody's been looking for him for the last 45 years.
Oh my God. Did they return the gorilla?
They returned the gorilla. Gorilla, no harm, no foul. Everything's fine.
Dude, that is a crazy story. That's ridiculous.
It is. One time I should actually bring him on and let him actually tell the full story. Yeah, because
that's almost an unbelievable story. I want to hear it from Vinny himself.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so that's a good one. That's all I got. So what else? You going to be all right this weekend? What are you going to do? And no heavy lifting for you.
No, bro. I'm just grinding. I'm really just grinding through. I'm taking this nerve block out today. I'm nervous what the pain is on the other side. We'll see what's going on, but it's all good, brother. I had to do it, and on the other side of it, I'm gonna be better off.
Yeah.
And
well,
it's all
I appreciate you grinding through this, man. Guess you know what tomorrow is? Big day.
What's tomorrow?
You don't know, do you?
Your birthday.
That was a fucking good guess. You did not know. It is my birthday tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Thanks.
I knew it, bro. Happy birthday. I knew that.
You had no idea. I know your birthday. You know why I know your birthday?
Why?
Because it's my wife's birthday.
Oh, that's right. It's Jess's birthday.
2nd.
That's right.
You, Jess.
Jose Canseco, Joe McGreen.
Joe McGreen.
July 2nd.
Yeah, I got nobody really cool on my birthday. I don't think. Whatever.
Yeah. What is that? January 20th?
January 22nd, man. Rock
That's
on.
kind of boring. At least we're like 2 days before. We're the real Independence Day, July 2nd.
You get a whole weekend. Like, it's everybody wants to hang out on your birthday.
Like, hey, man, when were you born? January 22nd, bro.
Mine sucks because, first of all, the flow of Christmas already happened. So, I always got the shitty presents, and it was either sweaters or occasionally a sled. Because it was the worst time of the year. And it's the most depressing time of the year, at least here on the East Coast. It's like cold and whatever. I've had so many birthdays be canceled growing up. Because I was in 1970. I was born in 1978 New York's snowstorm, biggest snowstorm in the history of New York City, or one of the top 3. And I was almost born in an ambulance, but a fire truck was driving by. The ambulance was stuck, taking my mother to the hospital, and the guys got out of the fire truck, the firefighters, and dug like the next mile to get my mom to the hospital.
Holy shit, are you serious? That explains a lot.
Yeah, I forgot. That was actually, I buried the lead. That was kind of the biggest part about my birthday. Otherwise, we're just going to hang. But that's it, man. I'll be thinking of you. I'll be thinking about your one arm.
I hope is Jess going to cook you something good, dude?
Yeah, I haven't even figured out what yet. She's definitely going to cook me something good. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to ask you that we got to ask before. What's the most annoying thing about only, working with one arm right now?
Oh, bro, I tell you what, you don't realize, having to take a growler is not fun. You're like, okay, I got to figure this out. You know what I mean? You're sitting down, you're squatting down, trying to get down. Your arm hurts. You go with one hand, you're dominating. That's been tough. Just like eating, opening. I went to open up something today, couldn't do it. So I'm
Yeah, like a jar of peanut butter. You got to pass that off now, huh?
Yeah, dude. It's just like even just like putting your clothes on, putting your underwear on, showering. Like showering's a pain in the ass right now. Like super pain in the ass. Like, it's so like you take so much for granted when you're, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, you know,
Yeah,
you take
never
so much
underestimate your health, man. Health is great. Health is great.
No, it's true. And then, you know, also too, like brushing your teeth's a pain. I wrote some things down. Oh, putting deodorant on. What a nightmare, dude. I'm like,
oh yeah,
like this. And then you go to put deodorant on here. I can't move my shoulder, so I can't really get it on. So my armpit smells on my left side, but not my right.
you just keep everybody on your
it's
right.
unbelievable. I smell like hot garbage on the left, nothing on the right. Like can't not sleeping. I'm sleeping in a recliner right now, so that's not good. Okay, and then just you know, it's just flushing the toilet. I just punt on that too. I just whatever.
What do you mean? What do you mean you punt on that? You just
no,
leave it
just
in
when
there?
I'm going number one. Number one. Number two, I flush. Number one, I don't.
Okay, thank you. Good. Oh my god.
And driving, no driving. There's no driving.
No, you shouldn't be driving. You're not the greatest driver. Every story you tell about driving, somebody's crashing a car, so you shouldn't be involved in that anyway. All right, man. Well, feel better, dude. It's been fun.
All right, man.
Thanks for doing this. I can't believe Sean, by the way, is the one. He's like, we're doing it. I'm like, you don't have to do it. And he's like, I want to do it. We're gonna bang one out. I gotta get on there.
We gotta do it. Hey, bro, we love our fans. Everyone that's listening, we appreciate it, and we're grateful you guys are listening. So, Chinchy, we did it, man.
We did it, man.
I love you.
I'll
see you next week.
Yeah. Oh, big one next week. Peter Gammon's jumping in there.
Coming in the mayor's office.
We got a lot.
He's got some stories.
Oh my God! I'll just give one teaser story about him and Don Mattingly. I won't even explain what it is, but it's something nobody's ever heard before, and it will almost make you cry. It might make people cry hearing how great this story is. That's my tease.
It's going to be so good. All right, Chinchy. Love you, buddy.
All right, buddy.
For everyone out there, stay grateful. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Chinch, support this week for the mayor's office is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0, baby. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code THEMAYOR at manscaped.com. I tell you what, though, I love these things, Chinch. I've had Manscaped 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and this is the 4.0. This one has a new sleek design. It's perfect for guys like me, though, dude. I'm one of the hairiest guys going.
That's a fact.
And that's the fact. And forever, man, forever, I've been looking for the best trimmers. Even going way back years when I was playing, I'd always nick myself up, cut myself as the worst. These trimmers right here, man, they are the best. They are the absolute best. Trims up my back, trims up my arm, the jewels, whatever it takes. Yeah. But this trimmer is the absolute best. The 4.0, the Lawnmower from Manscaped.
I can vouch for that. I know Sean wears a sweater 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and he needs this. He sent me one. I'm so psyched. I shave with it. That's how good it is. That's how
and Chinch, I've tried every one you could try. Every clipper you could possibly buy, I've tried. Yeah. This by far is the best.
Yeah, Sean puts a clipper on his, it'll break the clippers, but not the Manscaped.
Yeah.
So
everyone should have this, bro. Everyone should have one of these.
They absolutely should. So here's how you get it, okay? You get 20% off and free shipping with the code THEMAYOR, right, Sean? The Mayor?
Yes.
At manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping, manscaped.com, and use the code THEMAYOR. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped, and you can look as clean as Casey does now. When he doesn't use a Manscaper, it's like Sasquatch. There's people call cops. Unbelievable.
Lawnmower 4.0. Go get it. It's unbelievable, Chinch.
Do it.